took her a second to realize what was about to happen, but Punisher finally explains to her that, yeah, you're out of a job and you're going with it. And yeah, now we're here, the town of the Eating Adventurers. And unlike Subaru, Kazuma isn't left to getting his head as soon as he arrives. So you gotta let him but instead of this useless as goddess, can't do shit. Kazuma ends up sleepwalking his way into getting some information and he ends up directing him towards the Gilgest. And obviously, because this guy is a loser with no girl and no friends, he knows plenty about video games. Punisher ends up telling him that they have to pay some register fee and do some paperwork. But the thing is, he got no money. Aqua ends up trying to use her image as a goddess to try to get some money, and it kind of works. Old man just felt bad because she couldn't pay for shit, so he lended her 2 points. Moving on, the ability explains how being a vegetable works in this world. Pretty much, you kill monsters and your level increase, and you use those skills to get different types of abilities. All this information will be there on their adventure card, which has their stats, and of course, that way Kazuma didn't have anything but luck on his shit, so I know that's kind of helpless. But on the other hand, Aqua's intelligence is below average as well as her luck. But for some reason, all of her stats are maxed out. Well, you know what I'm saying? For some reason, but we know why. This is the god. So she ends up becoming an archpriest. They all decided blazing Aqua while Cosmo was just left in the dust. I know. As the days goes on, they pretty much do nothing other than work, sleep in a bar next to Twin, and it took Cosmo a minute to realize they haven't been doing much. As he just lays there reevaluating all the choices that he had made up to this point, it's looking kind of sad. That when Cosmo was starting to realize being reincarnated into a new world, Loki is shit. Don't have him living with a lazy goddess, sleeping in a bar, even with Shawty waking up in the afternoon. They finally decide they're gonna go on a kill quest, and at first it didn't sound like a bad idea since Cosmo has Aqua with him. So for their first kill quest, they have to defeat these big ass toads, which are causing trouble eating all the toads, so they have to take care of it. Aqua just gabbing her mouth off, but in the moment that she did that, the toads had enough. Like, damn, Brody ate her whole, covered in all this nasty ass slime, smelling like straight shit. Of course, she doesn't get her get back, so she starts charging at the toad. And low-key, I thought I was gonna see some crazy shit. Oh, bro, she got eaten again. Why? They finally realize they need some allies, but the issue is they're dead broke. So the next day, they decided to post some flyers for people to join the party, but of course, no one to join them. But then, out of nowhere, oh shit, a big shot, a girl named Ebony who has explosion magic decided, you know what, I'll join y'all too. Let me go through. But low-key, she started tweaking a bit, talking in third person, but hey, she's an advanced wizard, so we might as well let her join. It does explain that the race that Megan is in is known for being strong, so they finally allow her to join. They even take a look at her stats, and it's true, she is an arch wizard, so maybe they got lucky with picking someone. So to truly test her abilities, they allow her to mission to see firsthand how strong she is. Once again, Aqua charges at the code and crazy ass attack, but still she got it. And low-key, I'm starting to see why her intelligence is so low too. But then we see Megan charging up her attack. Oh shit, I'm shaking, bro. Even the shit that she's doing is cold, bro. And then another one spawns, and what is she doing? Why is she slow? Apparently, we find out that she can only use one spell a day, and once she uses that, she has no more energy. Man, useless. She even gives us a little story on why she only used that one explosion spell, and then all I heard was some bullshit, bro. Of course, Aqua's dumbass ate that shit straight up, and even started blazing her. But of course, Cosmo realized that she is completely useless, and how Aqua is even more useless. That's tough, bro. Bro even tries to ditch her, but of course, she's resisting, and these two are out here making Cosmo look like a bad guy. And finally, he gives in and invites her to the party. Obviously, from the quest that they did, it didn't pay them shit, and the other quests aren't even better too. So just before all hope seems to be lost for Cosmo, he hears this shit. Loki walk up to him. Oh shit! And she pretty much asks Cosmo if she could join his party, and Loki, she looks serious, bro. On her ship is named Darkness, and Loki can tell that Cosmo was not trying to let her join the party. Shawty started squeaking, talking about some. Why was already covered in slime? Oh yeah, the guy's swallowed by some toad. If only I was there. Watch out, bro. And once again, her problem is that despite the fact that she's so strong, she can never hit her target. This guy Cosmo probably has one of the worst looks I have seen up to this point, despite the fact that he literally has a lot of luck, so it doesn't even make sense. But at the end of the day, it's nothing compared to this guy, so you gotta suck it up. It also seems like she has a kink of getting used as a shield. Yeah. The next morning approaches, and we see Aqua putting her skills to use to become our entertainer, and later on, Megumi ends up explaining to Cosmo how you can use his skill points in order to get new abilities. Out of nowhere, Darkness approaches, and she still wants to be accepted, but finally, Cosmo turns her down completely, but it just turns her on even more. Bro, what? The other girl who's fighting Darkness ends up telling Cosmo that she can teach him a skill and he can buy her a drink. She was valid. The skill that she ends up teaching him is called Steal, which pretty much takes other people's items, and depending on your luck, the better the item. And if you remember, this will work perfectly for Cosmo since his luck is so high compared to everyone else. So at the end, Cosmo learns the skill, and then he tries to use the ability, and he ended up stealing. Yeah, nah, let's put that down. I gotta try to put that shit up like it's a trophy, bro. What are you doing? And Darkness is being turned on by this. How? This guy Cosmo ends up using his ability again, but it looks like the only thing this guy can actually steal is like, bro, I'm in. And why is she getting turned on by this, bro? I know. You're doing too much. Cosmo then tries to scare off Darkness by telling her exactly what Aqua and his mission is, which is to defeat the Devil King. Quote unquote, you changed up, then she says, yes, I fully expected that, and I'll be glad to be the Devil Plaything. What? He even tries to scare off Megumi, but she just ends up saying her intro again. Even Aqua's getting scared. How? In the middle of their Cosmo, a situation ends up happening at the gate, which seems like the town is about to be attacked, and it needs all the adventurers to help. I was dead as thinking they were about to fight some evil monsters, but it's just cabbage. Aqua describing this shit like it's a life or death situation, but it's just people capturing cabbage, you know, making it into food. Darkness ends up wanting to prove herself to Cosmo, so she tries to hit one of the cabbage just for her to miss every single hit. God dang! And wait, Loki, I'm not gonna lie, I take back what I said because these cabbages are actually kind of strong. Darkness ends up being a shield to protect these two guys, and Loki, it looked like it was getting serious until, there's no way she's getting turned on by this again. Yeah, there's something wrong with her, I'm not gonna lie. It's like Megumi is going to use his spell. Hey, it's clean though, it's clean. I won't lie. skill that allows him to sprout water from his palm. Darkness pulls up and already is getting turned on. My Uncle is talking shit about the bro. What is going on? And then we see Megan. Yeah, okay. Uncle ends up having a fight with Fine Shade due to her not getting her full payout, since she didn't really capture a lot of cabbage. And we also find out he's actually getting less. We also find out that Cosmo got rich off of this shit. Uncle ends up lazing Brody, just trying to get some bread off of him, and eventually she started acting up, so he had to let her some money.
Hey, you don't have to get on though.
We also find out that the Devil King's general ends up setting camp outside the gate, hence the reason why there's no low-level quests anymore. Eventually, too, Cosmo ends up having to go on to Megan because she has to do her daily explosion. Holy shit. I won't even lie with you. As much as this gets annoying, each time that she does this, I get more and more excited because it looks sweet each time. She ends up blowing up this castle in the far distance. Remember this part because it's very important later. As time goes on, Megan and Cosmo kept blowing up the same castle every single day, since everyone else got something better to do. God damn, bro. Once Cosmo and Aqua got home, though, Cosmo looked had enough and told Aqua she's a good-for-nothing, weak-ass, useless goddess who only live for partnership. And shit, I don't disagree with it. She ends up crying until the next day, but obviously she was faking it all along. Another urgent battle happens, and it seems to be a headless knight with a horse. Hey, I feel like it's Elo. And apparently it's the Devil King General, and the only reason why he's here is,
every day, every single day, every day, one of you keep blowing up my castle.
GG, bro. He's had enough, and I think you guys know why. Megumi ends up putting her big girl hand up and walks up to Bro, confronting that she's the one that actually blew up his castle every single day. She ends up doing her little intro, but Headless Bro cuts it out asking,
What is a legacy?
obviously, Megumi makes her story to tell Bro that she has to use her spell once a day because if she doesn't, she's wrong. And that she's quote-unquote the strongest mage in this whole town. Yeah, she's lying. Oh, Aqua about to go crazy too? Oh, shit. He's already ready. And Darkness ends up taking that shit too? Okay. Apparently, Bro puts a curse on Darkness in which she'll die in a week and she'll suffer until that last day of the week approaches. And of course, Shawnee's about to die, but for some reason, it's turning her on, bro. You got it. Bro, why is she trying to go with Bro? The only way to lift the curse is that Megumi has to destroy the demon guy's minions, but Aqua actually has an ability to lift the curses, so problem solved. And somehow everyone just started glazing her again. Yeah, Aqua ended up deciding that they have to go on a quest to get some extra veg, so they decided to pick a quest where the lake just pretty much needs to be clean, which seems pretty easy. So, to make things easier, Cosmo thought of the idea of putting Aqua in a cage, since all she has to do to verify the water is to touch it. Seems pretty easy, but then out of nowhere, while she's doing this, some hungry ass gators pull up, and she finally decides to pick up the pace and do this shit a little bit faster. And obviously, because she wants the money, she doesn't want anyone to bring her back to land, so she sucks it up. Darkness out there talking about some,
I wish I was me in the game. Those she's having so much fun.
finally the lake is buried, and Aqua seems completely drained. So he kind of relaxed her, but hey, she got the bread that she wanted, so she'll suck it up. We see the other guy who got easy kind as well. He seems to be this sort of hero and shit. He got that shit on too, with that cold ass sword in his back as well. He's pulling too. Okay, boy. Bro thought Aqua was in a cage. They thought she was in danger, so he broke her out. Just so hoping to remember that she's a goddess. Yeah, I think she might be alone. Yeah, she ends up not remembering more at all. She started capping, but she does tell him why she's here and blames everything on Cosmo, which I ain't gonna lie, kind of is his fault. Obviously, the shit that he presses Cosmo for bringing his goddess to his team. But of course, this guy doesn't know a damn thing that he is talking about, and he ends up telling Cosmo that he's an idiot pretty much for having these quote-unquote wonderful female warriors by his side. Obviously, Cosmo is not falling for this bullshit /rage bait, but then he Brody tries to steal Darkness, Megumi, and Aqua from him, even saying that he'll treat them a lot nicer and shit, he'll even buy them things that they don't have to lift a finger. But of course, because these three are crazy, they didn't give a fuck about anything that he said and even started calling it weird. Bro ended up deciding, you know what, we should do it. And of course, Cosmo did not waste a single second. He ended up using his steal, and took his sword and defeated him. Bro got so easy, I don't believe that. Cosmo even ends up threatening his little fangirl club that he got going on, telling them that if they don't leave him alone, they'll be next. Bro's out here moving like, dude, chill out. The next day, this guy pulls up again, and bro, he still didn't get the hint that Aqua and the rest of them do not fuck with him. Take a hike, pal. Aqua punches the shit out of Bro for messing with the cage and ruining her payment. So she forces Bro to cough up all of his money, and of course he doesn't have to do it. We also find out that Cosmo ended up selling his sword, so he pretty much left because now he needs to find where his sword is at now. Darkness and Megumi finally end up having questions on why this guy kept calling Aqua a goddess, and at the end, Aqua does tell them that she actually is a goddess, but of course, they don't believe her in shit. I look into another emergency happens, but for some reason, they want Cosmo's squad to deal with it because it's this guy again, and I'm not gonna lie, he looks completely pissed. Megumi kept blowing up Bro's place, and Aqua's been the one helping her, bro. Like, what are we doing? But after all of this yapping, Aqua finally decided to do something and tried to end Bro's life right there and then. And look, it seemed like it was working, but Bro was screaming for his life, but hey, finally, when shit gets serious, Aqua tries again, and it seems like her magic doesn't work on him, so because of that, he ends up summoning these zombies to take over Aqua. Cosmo thinks he's playing for all of them with Megumi's magic, and now we are finally going to see some crazy shit. Megumi gets ready to charge on her attack, and each time she does this, bro, I swear to God, he does not get and oh, he's still alive. He ends up using an all-speed type of lead, and he starts beating and attacking everything. He's still like right there. He's kind of funny. And oh, Darkness hiding now? Okay, maybe she thought about it. He's right there. What did the rock do to you? Why are you looking there? And oh my gosh, she getting turned on lights again, bro. What the hell, bro? Even Demon Bro getting worried about her. You know, begging to be hits. Also, finally, this is supposed to use to cover skills with water that freezes it and prepares to use his skill in order to get the sword. But for some reason, it didn't work, and Bro just continues striking Darkness. But then, Cosmo realizes water might be his weakness, so Aqua finally being useful uses her water ability. And Darkness makes sure that Bro does not run away. And just before he did another attack, Cosmo uses his steel move again, and he ended up getting, oh shit, they ended up shooting Bro's head like a soccer ball. Jeez. Aqua then uses her goddess abilities one last time to over Prince Pro. Somehow they actually won this fight. Darkness thought that the fact that he got knocked down by the Demon Ronin were actually dead. She ended up starting praying for each one of them, even though they pretty much treated her like shit. But because of Aqua's evil body, she ends up bringing each one of them back to life. Aqua's low-key being useful today. Damn, Falcon's squad ended up getting revenge, but I just find it so funny because they pretty much started this whole shit to begin with. Everyone decided to raise them, even sharing Cosmo's name, and low-key it was looking great because they got rewarded $300 million. But sadly, once again, because of Aqua, and since she destroyed the whole town's wall, they have to pay for all the damages. And instead of getting $300 million, they're now $40 million debt. Yeah, that's tough. Cosmo was just thinking to himself that he actually might be able to retire and forget about this life of his, but now it looks like he has to pay over all that damn debt. But hey, I'm gonna pass it to my boy right here, so you got that shit.
Give me that, step, man, Song gave me a little segment, so you guys are gonna have to chill with me. Chilling at his spawn point, the starting point, but he's kind of thing. Cosmo got turned into an act, but we gotta see exactly how he got it. So after the battle with Doria, saying the season ended up coming along, and Cosmo saying, yo, I'm not gonna lie, so money, we all right. I'm actually with the guys, and we're not stealing money for money. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, we're gonna have to start to start. But Cosmo calls him inside, go kill some monsters because we need some bread. I mean, the snow got Cosmo's eyelashes breathing over, you feel like a bad girl, you feel like Jeffree Star. How am I gonna say bad girl and then say Jeffree Star? That is tough. So why don't we have to cut them like this? The one RPG, somehow that's the only type of progression Roblox developers know how to make. Cosmo sees Snow Sprites and like, yo, these monsters look deadly. I mean, yo, we got them in the bag easily. And Megumi saying, yeah, they're easy to kill and all, but, and then she gets cut off by Aqua. Cosmo got set up from there. This was a plan from inside out. Because Darkness is getting excited. He's like, yo, she likes to fight type dudes like Chris Brown. People that hit on their significant others. Some ain't right. And when they get to the battlefield, Cosmo is dogging on Darkness's fit. I mean, sure, she does like the gold because she's a little freaky. She's saying she likes the ice to fight her and stuff. But if we take a peek at Megumi, she has on a black spandex leotard, shorts on as well. And he's not dogging on that fit. She's wearing basic summer attire out here in the Big End, Montana. Put respect on his name. And Aqua's trying to catch Snow Sprites like they're jellyfish moving like SpongeBob. And Cosmo and Darkness are doing absolutely nothing on the field. I think Cosmo got one kill. And that's when Megumi says, yeah, let me get Blasphemous Memory. She gets the Snow Sprites out of the way and she face planted down in the ground. But after this, Cosmo's like, oh, we gotta go home and eat good. We're gonna the slums of New York and we're getting a full upgrade on square footage. We gonna be moving like Jeff Bezos. So then he has a smart idea and he's like, yo, wait, why does nobody fight these if they're this easy? Ain't getting bread. It's this easy. I'm moving like a kid over repairman. It's probably too easy. The IRS got a cap on or something. Because I'm gonna run up millions doing this. And that's when Darkness says he's here. That's why she was excited previously. Aqua tells him while they're already on the battlefield, knowing Cosmo is not one of those OP isekai protagonists, knowing he's just a regular demon. Shoot, he didn't even get isekai by a truck. He got isekai by a tractor and the tractor didn't hit him. He got isekai because he found it. He tells him, y'all know about this guy in Japan. You know how much before cat? The Winter Shogun pulls up. Why not tell him this sooner? I don't know. And Megumi's playing dead. She's like, I don't have any magic potions. This isn't Skyrim. I can't use my explosion again. Remember, I got a one-time per day limit. So y'all got this without me, right? But Darkness is hyper ready to run up big with the Winter Shogun. Gets her sword straight and I'm gonna cut through like it was mercy and spread on toast. Aqua tells Cosmo this basically got created from the people from your world being summoned here, and your thoughts created this thing. Cut, whatever that other song looking dude's name is, the dude Aqua tells him he's really forgiven. So I'm gonna free these Snow Sprites. I'm gonna bow down. He's gonna leave us alone. But Darkness is still fighting like the Aqua takes her hand and slams to the ground. And he still has his sword in his hand. And Aqua says, put your sword down. He's like, oh, he's got his sword like an idiot. And he's dead. He's almost first-ring. And that's when he's talking to Eric. And Eric says, you've gone through so much. And just for that, when I read comments, I'm gonna make you the baby of Bill Gates. How does that sound? You'll have everything you want. And like, he's smiling like a baby now on TikTok. But before she gets the process started, he starts remembering his life here. And he's like, yo, it's been actually terrible. I've been a construction worker. I couldn't kill any crazy monsters, so I had to fight cabbage. I was so broke, I slept in stables. Like, yo, wait to be rich. But that's when Aqua casts a resurrection spell on him. And she's like, yo, I talked to that goddess in there. She's stupid. She's dumb. Just because you were born in Japan doesn't mean you can't come back here. I casted a spell on you. And oh yeah, if she doesn't let you come back right now, I'm telling everybody in the world. That's his fate. So Cosmo's back to the world. Cosmo's back. Aqua's back to the center. And he's like, yo, I wish I could trade you with that girl right now. I'm tired of seeing you. She gets on her Evo Dixie roll, trying to knock the mess out of him. But this dummy Aqua kept a Snow Sprite, and she's not letting Cosmo cash it in for 100,000 Eris, mind you, because she wants to turn it into a fridge. Actually, low key, that's valid because they're so broke, they probably don't have a fridge. They have nowhere to store their food. So she's thinking about it the long run through, actually. W Aqua.
We got this jacket from the garage. Don't you care?
That's not all jacket for. I know where you stay in the slums, in the state. It's so to buy a mansion, but I'm like, always saw that trashy fabric you got wrapped around your neck. You can probably get this fuck at Five Below. But Cosmo decides, I'm tired of being the bum. I gotta learn some skills. I gotta move up in the ranks. So Cosmo and Aqua walk into the store and they see Aqua is all his head, saying, yo, I know your only dad isn't making that much money. I don't know how you have a crib and I don't, and I have to stay in the stable. So Cosmo pulls out his sword and slams it on Aqua's head, putting her in her place. But we find out that Wiz is some sort of undead lich, and that's when Aqua introduces herself. She says she's the goddess of the Axis sect. Wiz gets all shaky, and it's not because Aqua's a goddess. Sure, she can purify her, but she's not scared of that. She's scared of the fact that she's the goddess of the Axis sect. And she says everybody in that sect is insane. If the worship is her, I gotta get out of here. So Aqua starts attacking her for the second time. But then Wiz is like, oh, I heard you signed on my subordinate. It doesn't even matter. I'm chill with that. I'm a general myself like him. Aqua attacks her for the third time, hitting her to the ground, saying, when we turn you in, when we get that bounty, we're gonna be swimming in dough. Like Scrooge McDuck, we're gonna be the richest people this land has ever seen. But then she just says, no, I'm not even like that. I'm not all I do is keep up his barrier. I don't do any fighting for him. I don't listen to anything he has to say. You guys can't get to him unless that barrier's down. But then they ask, so you really don't care we killed one of your subordinates? I mean, he was a general just like you. And she says, no. Every time I walk down the hall with this man going his hurricane lanes through his head like it was a bowling ball just to peek at me. I'm glad he was gone. But then Wiz demonstrates her skill, and Aqua isn't letting it slide. So guess what Kazuma does? So across the head again. But Wiz demonstrates skill one more time, and Kazuma finally adds the skill to his bag. But now Aqua is literally trying to kill Wiz, so she gets another shot to the back of the dome. But some man walks into the shop, and then we see Kazuma in his party at a mansion. They finally make it out of the trap. We find out that this place is indeed haunted. They're at Luigi's Mansion, which is scary, by the way. But they can stay here. If they exercise every ghost, that is light work. But while Kazuma's chilling, feeling like he finally made it in life, Aqua lets out a scream. He runs to her room. He's like, yo, did you get hit by that bad ghost from Luigi's Mansion that you let kill you each and every single time you played? I know you guys did the same thing. She's like, what's Luigi's Mansion? I ran out of food. So she runs around the entire mansion, exercising each and every ghost, which makes her beauty, and she's back to it. But Kazuma wakes up and says he has to use the bathroom. He looks over and sees a doll sitting on a chair that wasn't there. So he hits the quick turnaround, pretend like he's going back to sleep. I used to hit this thing too when I had to pee at 3 a.m. on my clock. But one night that very come down that hallway chasing me. I actually had a nightmare about it. And that's how Kazuma is feeling right now. When he thinks that inside the ball blanket, and that's when he opens his eyes and there's a whole lot of dolls falling his bed. I would be terrified because when I was little, and it's such a fear of dolls. I was terrified. So he runs out to home so she can purify, exercise, whatever. But he runs into Megumi and tells Megumi to look away. I'm going out the window right now. She grabs him. She's like, yo, we're a party. We go to the bathroom together. Who knows what could happen to you? So they get in a fight. They go to the bathroom. And that's when a bunch of dolls hit the window. They look at it, they're out the room. And they got played on somebody in the bathroom. Megumi is in the bathroom and Kazuma's outside. She's saying, are you still there? The dolls pull up and they gotta get out of there. So she's out there pantsless. But when they're hiding in her room, Megumi starts reciting her spell like she's just about to blow the entire mansion away. And they're banging at the door. And Kazuma comes up with a plan. He's like, yo, don't be scared. Lock in for me real quick. He opens the door and hits Aqua in the head. It reminds me of that one TikTok of the dude slamming the fridge door when we close and they have the little green hair, whatever, little green animation in the hair. When they go to the guild to collect the reward, they find out that Aqua caused the problem. When Wiz was at the graveyard doing whatever she was doing, Aqua created a barrier so the spirits wouldn't gather at the graveyard anymore. And they ended up going to the house. And Aqua did that because she was lazy. So in return, they got no bread. Like, hey, they got a new mansion. And it's not Pedro Spygos anymore, so it's not Luigi's mansion. So now they're really living the life. For this next episode, I'm sure you guys know what episode it is, and I don't know how much of this I can show. But we start off with Kazuma in the party in their new crib. They're all having a great time. Megumi's playing chess with darkness. I don't know why she has 4 pieces in her hand like she can move all of them at once, but hey, at least she's having the time of her life. Kazuma's like, I feel so bad for you, Aqua. You're gonna remain calm for the rest of your life. You may be level 21, the highest level in our party. Your intelligence won't go up. And then we see Kazuma out in the city, two rooms. Literally rooms. Telling no, there's a succubus bar right here. Let's go inside of it. And I don't think I can bring it inside of there, so we're not gonna bring it in. But I'm pretty sure you know what happened. So when they're back at the crib eating lobster, darkness got it all for them. You know, she's moving different. She's really rich. I'll show them the trick how to eat the lobster with alcohol, and they're like, oh, this junk is the type where this is the best thing I've ever tasted. But Kazuma can't get drunk because he wants to have that dream with the succubus. But then he thinks to himself, he's like, yo, honestly, man, I should choose friends, and I should choose a good deal. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And he literally gets ready for bed. And as he's taking his bath, he falls asleep and comes in darkness in another scene. I can't remember anything, but let's just say it's no problem. Just watch the night episode. That's wrong for you to go now. Aqua ends up trapping the succubus, and Kazuma ends up playing like a dumb, telling darkness, yo, I didn't know anything about that. The succubus possessed me, bro. You know, I was tripping. I'm sorry about last night. But then he raps himself out, and he's like, you shouldn't have walked into the bathtub with no clothes on. You should have known. You should have checked to see if anybody was in there. But that's when they came on top of the short, invading the town. But that's all it is for me, so I'm gonna pass the ball back to my boy Nanson.
Alright, bro, you my shit. Come on now. So moving on, apparently some destroyer is back at the town's wall. Shit was low-key looking crazy. Even Aqua and Megumi are popular stuff too, and this shit low-key was looking deep. But Kazuma doesn't want to leave because, like, damn, he spent all this precious time and money just getting this big ass rib. I ain't even know. And bro, what the hell? What is that? The only person who can actually complete this thing is the Sin Pro, but because of Kazuma's selling his sword, he hasn't seen him since. So yeah, I know that he actually might be close. But eventually, everyone still decided that they can't ditch the town, so they ended up discussing a way to defeat it. Even Darkness getting serious, even sentimental, even telling Kazuma her true name, Lalatina Destina Forward. Wait, did I even say that right? Lalatina Destine Forward. Yeah, I think I did it right. And in short terms, she's pretty much a rip girl. Regardless of that, though, this robot Spider-Man, I don't know what the hell to consider this, but it's here. And oh shit, even Megumi's getting hurt. Aqua finally decides to get serious and prepares to attack, and Loki's doing her shit. She did defeat the Spider's barrier, and now it's Megumi's turn. But she was still nervous until Kazuma doubted her skills, which pissed her off completely. And oh shit, this might be the best explosion yet. Signal. And finally, it looks like they won until she started saying, and obviously, Darkness being darkness is getting turned on by a robot telling himself that it's going to self-destruct. How would you possibly get turned on by that, bro? Fucking awesome.
Were any able to survive this blast?
Obviously not. But surprisingly, because of Darkness' courageous act, everyone ended up being inspired and pretty much decided, you know what, we can't be pussies, let's all charge in. They ended up finding the pilot, and this guy is long dead. Loki, this shit kind of looks sad. Until we find out that this stupid-ass scientist is the reason why he's thinking about the story, and he pretty much created this thing completely by accident. Wiz ended up thinking of a bright idea on how they can actually do this, but the thing is, she needs to ask Cosmo something. Yeah, y'all got that. Oh, wait, stop, Mono. Obviously, I didn't think about anything else. Yeah, in which Wiz pretty much teleports towards some random ass place, and it Loki looks like they won the battle until this random shit started happening. Now it's going to explode regardless. Then what was the point of all? The shit was Loki kind of looking crazy, until Cosmo thought of the idea of using Aqua's mana and then transferring it to Megumi, but of course, she isn't making this shit easy. Then finally, Megumi gets ready to do what she does best, which is to blow shit up. And I'm not gonna lie, this hands down is the best explosion that she has done up to this point. So, she really did this. At the end, Cosmo ends up reminiscing from everything that's happened up to this point, and hey, he even realizes it really hasn't been that bad. And oh shit, never mind. Apparently, Cosmo's getting Make sure to show my boy Keith some love too. And don't forget to hype up the video, leave a like, and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, love it. have set up a computer to randomly shuffle between 6 different roguelikes next to Saltmore's game shuffle. So every 60-second stage, the game will swap. And my computer doesn't blue screen, and I'll have to instantly adapt to whatever it is. But the question is if I can beat a single game. First up here, we've got W's Number Factory, a game where, if you can tell, I've had 3 in total. So, not a promising start. This is a Pachinko-esque roguelike. I played it for the first time in my Going Left video. I have since bought the full game. I had such a good time with it. Previously, it was told me to demo. Your goal is to get past this round number in one shot using the different pegs here. And sometimes they bounce a little randomly. It's embarrassing. A lot of strategy going on here. This is the first of the strategy games. You can reroll most of the rounds. We've got a nice variety of different things here. I suppose I get this Hoopla item. Coming up on 60 seconds here. There we go. We're on to our next game. It's actually the first one we saw 20 minutes till dawn. This is one of the 2 action games, action roguelike games. And this is a rogue survivor. Think of Vampire Survivors. Think Potato. Think one other game we're actually going to see later on in this video. The goal here is survivor. Let's get to the timer on the top right. The joke here is how long will that 1 minute actually last. If you swap between windows, yeah, that's what I'm going to find out. Now, the character I'm playing